gabbing while I was hitting the live button. We're going crazy tonight. What's up, Sean?
What's up, Jason? What's up, Mic Drop Sports? How's everybody doing out there? Hope you're all been safe.
Living a dream. Miss Pittsburgh, we see you. I see you, Miss Pittsburgh. I was about to put an APB out for you. What's up, JD? JD, I did get an email from you. Everybody that put an email in, I got to tell you, in the Mic Drop Sports email on Yahoo, that email was putting things into the spam folder, and I have no clue why, but it did. So anybody that is watching this show later, or we'll mention it again later, if I did not ignore your emails, I will definitely get to them all. There was like 100 in there, so I will definitely get to them all, and I apologize, but I would have never assumed that shit would go into a junk folder, Sean. Like, it makes you crazy, dude.
Sometimes, you got to just remind ourselves to go check that spam folder because you never know what's going in there.
Yeah, man, it's freaking crazy because, like, on my other one, like my personal one that I have, it's like I never check that. I should start checking it. I probably got shit in there that actually does matter that I really don't even know. It's crazy. What's up, George, Ron, JD? What's up, everybody? Again, welcome back to Steel City Live, our daily live show, and I appreciate you all for being here. As we move through the show, hit the hell out of that like button for us. We're going to go hard today and talk about some Steelers stuff, talk about some people maybe that they had brought in a little bit here, a little pre-draft visits. Omar Khan still looking, Sean, to add some depth to this roster, dude. You gotta love Omar, dude. You just gotta love him. He's always looking. He never leaves any stone unturned, bro.
That's what you want. That's how you're going to find the good stuff, man. You got to keep turning and keep grinding, and eventually, hopefully, something comes through.
Hey, man, dude. That's what I said. I know people don't get as excited, and I wasn't excited about today's news that they had brought in that I think you pronounce it. His name is Khaleke Hudson. Okay, Khalik Hudson is I think how you pronounce it. I have a weirdness about mispronouncing people's names. But a guy at 6 foot, 220, he was a safety coming down, hasn't been the best, but maybe in the right situation he does okay, but just moves that you're not jumping for joy for. Okay. They didn't make the move yet anyway, I don't believe, but still, those types of things. Depth pieces, man. I just really think that that's super important. Don't you think that getting that depth, you saw last year with the inside linebacker position, it was decimated by injuries. That's a key, don't you think? Like, I don't care if the guy's a superstar or not, just getting some good depth pieces in here.
So important, man. Because, the Steelers, they were out of options at one point last year. We were down to the last, we had guys coming in and playing positions they'd probably never even played before.
It seems like it anyway, doesn't it?
So, yeah, we want that depth. We want to, we want guys in there that can go step up when people get hurt or whatever. That's a good feeling when you got that depth. It really is.
Yeah, I feel like.
George?
Yeah, thank you, Sean. No, I wasn't even looking. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, welcome, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I wasn't looking. I thought you said something to me. Hey, guys, what about this, too? Everybody says Justin Fields, and they use that #1. Nope, #2. What do you think about him taking Mason's number?
Ooh, man. Hey, well, I guess it's okay. I mean, it's not like we retired it for Mason or
no.
Might as well, but I would want to go a little different route personally if I was in his shoes. Wouldn't want to take that number because he knows that a lot of us Steeler fans wanted to see Mason stick around.
Yeah, I would have took 5, the old Dobbs number. I'd have took 5, man. I like that number.
What are their options? Is there only a certain amount of numbers that they can have? And yeah, I'm not going to ask this for myself, but maybe there's people in the chat that don't, understand how that goes.
Yeah, there's what's available from other players, and then there's certain numbers they're not going to give out. They're not going to give anybody 7 now. We can guarantee that for at least a while. Nobody's getting 7. That 1 ain't going to happen because Gary Anderson was the last player to ever wear it in a regular season game. There was a backup quarterback that was issued 1 during the preseason, but never wore it in an actual game. So, that kind of shit. Yeah, so there are limited things that they can pick, but I would have went with 5. I think 5 was available. I would have said, Russ is getting 3. He already got 3, so that one's taken.
Yeah.
But that was the old Jeff Reed, the old golden toe, baby.
Heck yeah. Mr. Healthy himself.
What's up, Big Stretch? What's up, man? Yeah. Khan is looking for players at Harbor Freight. That's from George. That's a good saying, George. Looking for players down at the Harbor Freight, bro. Getting those cheap ass tools that will break soon as you use them, but at least they're there to be used.
Exactly. And you got him for a great price.
Amen. Very, very cheap. That's where I get my rubber gloves, and I wonder why I always have grease on my hands in the garage. It's because I get my rubber gloves at Harbor Freight. That's why. Oh man, dude, it is a big night, guys. We're just free flowing here, freelancing. We want you guys to put everything you want to talk about, anything you want to talk about in the chat, comments, questions, concerns. As always, hit that like button for us. This is the show Steel City Live, only here on Mike Drop Sports, as we're cruising toward that 3,000 subscriber mark. And also get that membership, guys. It's coming. The drawing's coming. April 12th. April 12th, we're drawing it. April 12th. That's the deadline, man. You got to be in by the morning of April 12th to get your butt involved in that drawing. That's how you get it. You got to be a Mafia member. Sorry if I was talking too loud. I had both headphones on, so I was going crazy there. I have to turn one ear off, or otherwise I'll be screaming at you, Sean. You'll probably be like eardrums be blown out.
That's fine. Yeah, I was telling Jason earlier that if I win that picture, he's got to pay the shipping costs all the way to Hawaii.
Yeah, dude. I tried to price guys a soundboard to send to Sean, and it was going to cost me more than the soundboard costs. So it was like, dude, no. Like, what the hell? Yeah, Sean's going to milk me for some cash, man. I hope one of you, whoever wins it, I hope it's local pickup only. What are you going to do, bro? What's up, Ron? What's up, TJ? Ron, did you hear Patterson might switch his number? Yeah, he's taking a poll. What? He wanted 84. That was the old AB number, I guess. Something like that. What numbers was he picking between, Ron? TJ, what do you the Steelers number 1 pick this year? I say it's gonna be either a center or a right tackle or a cornerback. It's gonna be one of those three. Those three positions. That's what I say. That's what we've talked about. What's up, Steeler Wade in the house? Hey guys, we're gonna let Steeler Wade come on this weekend. And also Sean might be joining us too. And we might be doing a 3-way. I gotta figure out that didn't sound good. Stop. Rewind that shit real quick. We might have a 3-person spread here. That didn't sound good. A 3-person interview type thing. We'll see. And make it really, really fun and make it exciting and make it really cool. But Steeler Wade's going to come and talk with us and let you guys all meet up Steeler Wade. Miss Pittsburgh, that picture is mine, y'all. Yeah. Then I'll have my girl's address, Miss Pittsburgh's. Hey, there you go, Miss Pittsburgh. We can meet up. We can talk Mike Drop Sports.
That's great.
All right, guys, let's keep on going. Sean, nope, that one we already did.
I have a question.
Steeler Wade said that didn't sound good either. Go ahead, Sean.
Did the Steelers retire Terry Bradshaw's jersey?
The number 12?
Yeah.
I don't believe it. Is it retired, guys? I don't know. My computer's acting stupid. Hold on. Let me look up retired Steelers numbers. Let's look that up real quick. Let's see. Franco's is retired. We know that. Go ahead, Sean.
Oh, sorry, bud. I was just reading. I think they have not.
No, I don't think so. Just 3 numbers are officially retired by the Pittsburgh Steelers. That was 70. Number 70 is retired, and that was worn by Ernie Stautner. 75 for the Beast, my favorite Pittsburgh Steeler of all time, Big Mean Joe Green. And number 32, Franco Harris. Those are the only 3 numbers that are officially retired for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But I can tell you, there's several numbers you probably won't never see again. Just saying that. We'll say. but they might not be officially retired.
I would have to say it's probably unofficially retired because there's never been a number 12 quarterback since Bradshaw.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think anybody's worn it since then, but definitely those are the only 3 officially retired numbers. You get 2 guys. I don't know your feelings, Sean. I don't know your feelings on this, but teams that retire numbers by a large amount. When you have a team that's storied, like the Pittsburgh Steelers, while we're on this subject, we might as well talk about a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers, dude. 6 Super Bowl titles, so many Hall of Fame players. There's players that get snubbed that should be in the Hall of Fame just because they're a Pittsburgh Steeler, and there's so many in there already. And let's just face that fact. I know that to be true. But what do you think about that retiring of the numbers thing? You eventually just run the hell out.
Yeah, possibly, but I think it's great to honor a player that was a warrior for your team and really took the team to high levels and maybe brought home some Lombardis. I think that's it's an honorable thing to do.
Maybe there should be like a statute on it, Sean. You got to have 4 rings, like to your name. That qualifies you. Something like that.
Yeah, that'd be good too. Or something. Yeah, they got to honor a player, that really, did a lot. And I hope someday that they get around to Jerome Bettis too, because that guy was
You
my
love
favorite.
Jerome.
That's one of my favorite all-time Steelers, man. Was Jerome Bettis.
You got to admire Big Jerome coming in. You remember the clip. It's a famous clip that came out there whenever Bill Cowher was standing on the sideline with the bus, and he says to Jerome, "You're my effing guy, Jerome. You're my effing guy, bro." That is like an iconic clip of Pittsburgh Steelers history that's just super cool. It's just nuts. I love it, man. I love it.
They had a great relationship for sure. That was such a great team.
Yeah, no doubt. Donkey go Steel City. What's up? Steel City, let's weld. Parker Dogs and Rabbits, let's go Steelers. George should retire 58 and 47 also. Wasn't 47 Big Mel Blunt? Wasn't Mel Blunt 47?
Yeah.
I believe. And Jack Lambert 58, if my memory serves me correct. Ron, on this show, what was your biggest donation ever? Oh, shit. Oh, like $50, I think. Yeah, $50, I think, is my biggest one I ever had. I would say. I think, Sean, right? I would say 50, probably.
Sure. Yeah, I never. That's a good question.
I never really paid attention. Yeah, 50, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Something like that. But hey, yeah, it was 50. And I tell you who did it. Who was that? Was it 24K, maybe? It was one of them guys like that. Yeah, it was. I was just trying to remember. I was going to show him some props, but I can't. Yeah, I'll have to look it up. Miss Pittsburgh with the emojis, guys. Look at those, all the emojis. There's one of Sean. There's one of me. There's all the Steeler ones. There's terrible towels. There's loyalty badges. Get yourself a membership. 99 cents a month, man. We waste 99 cents dropping it in this couch cushions. So become a Mic Drop Mafia member, and then you got a chance to get giveaways every month, starting this month on April 12th, man. And Sean's going to break the damn bank.
Dude, I can't wait. And not only that, that picture's going to look good on my wall. Sorry, Miss Pittsburgh.
But hey, if you win it, Sean, you better have it put up. You got to put it up.
I will.
Put it up.
I'll put
MC,
it up.
Yeah, on your brand new backgrounds, man, you're going to get in trouble.
Oh, boy.
All right, MC Prod, who else are we looking to sign? Is this your full-time job? No, Ron, this isn't my full-time job. I'd like it to be one day. We're inching toward that. MC Prod, who else are we looking to sign? There are several players that are out there, and that's what we were talking about earlier, MC Prod. Omar Khan leaves no stone unturned, guys, and let's just really, really think of that. He is bringing in players interview after interview, player after player, and he is looking everywhere, and we have to really, really admire that. Sean, ahead of the draft, now that we're getting through free agency here, we got the meat of free agency out of the way. We still got some time here as we're inching toward the draft. Would you rather the Steelers start to not really make big moves right now and just kind of wait and see what they get in the draft? Or would you still like them to really actively be out there pursuing, trying to make some monster type move?
I'd like to see him just continue to make monster moves and be really aggressive all the way through free agency into the draft, and just try to get us out there in this next season and just really make a deep playoff run. And yeah, stay aggressive. Don't let up. Keep your foot down on the pedal to the metal.
Yeah,
That's what
I agree with you. Yeah, no doubt. I didn't mean to cut you off. No, I agree with you, man. I think that should happen too. I think you always keep your options open. And that has been the theme of Mike Drop Sports here all off season. What does Omar Khan give you? Options, man. It should be hashtag options when you talk about Omar Khan. And that's what he gives you. And that is a quality in a general manager that every general manager doesn't possess. There are a lot of one-track mind people out there, Sean. I think so anyway. Do you really admire that about Omar Khan, that he isn't so one way, you know?
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that how versatile he is, and just like you said, he leaves no stone unturned. Like he's going to go through
Mm-mm.
all the options, and not only does he go through all the options, but he seems to make these deals that are just like unheard of. Like you wouldn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have guessed that we were going to get Russell Wilson for like less than $2 million for a season?
Dude, Russell Wilson is making the vet minimum, guys. He is making $1.210 million. That's what he's making. That is a what? A 10-year veteran minimum. That's what you get paid if you're a 10-year vet. The minimum salary that they could offer is what they got him for. You're right, Sean. That's damn crazy. Crazy, dude. Be at ease. Why don't the Steelers try to sign wide receiver Corey Davis? Good question. I'm not sure why they don't. But again, there's so many variables at play, guys. So you have to look at each situation differently. Look at how each player is, where they are at age wise, where they are asking finances wise. Do you have to trade for that player? What kind of value do you have to put on that trade? There are a lot of moving parts to these moves, John. A lot of moving parts.
Absolutely, definitely.
I agree, man. It's just crazy. MC Prod says, thoughts on Diggs to the Texans? I think the Bills got fleeced. Well, I think the Bills got fleeced too. And I think, though, that's exactly what happens to a player that pushes their way out. What do you think originally, Sean, about this Stefon Diggs, star wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills, now going to play with CJ Stroud in Houston? And what do you think about that marriage now, Stroud and Diggs, and what Stroud is going to have at his disposal?
I think good move on Diggs. I think that Buffalo's been struggling. They're a dominant force throughout the regular season, but they shown to struggle against Patrick Mahomes. That's the kryptonite to them. It seems like to me. But for Diggs to go into Houston with an up and coming star like Stroud, I think it
Yeah.
was a good move because they showed that they can make a lot of damage, and that was with the rookie quarterback. So hey, man.
Yeah. So Buffalo, here's the deal, Sean. Here's what they gave you. So I'll tell you what they gave them because I didn't know either. Buffalo will receive a 2025 second round pick via the Vikings. So it was the Vikings pick. So Buffalo will get a 2025 second round pick, and the Texans will get a 2024 sixth round pick and a 2025 fifth round pick.
Wow. Okay.
uh,
Yeah, there's a little bit of fleecing going on there.
Yeah, I don't even understand how that makes any even sense. You got beat for Stefon Diggs, dude. In my eyes, you got beat for him. But guys, that's what happens, Sean, when you get these diva attitudes, in my opinion. I'm just saying, man. Everybody wants to say it just comes with that position. We've had that conversation. But dude, they give them away. I mean, come on. Don't you think they give away these guys that start to cause trouble? I mean, they
Maybe.
just drop them.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, but is he going to have that attitude coming into a new facility? I mean, maybe he'll turn it around because he feels like he got his needs met, and he's going to be excited to be around a young quarterback with a bright future. Maybe his chemistry with Josh Allen wasn't going well. Who knows the real situation? What's going on in there in that locker room.
Yeah, no doubt. And here's the thing, though, too. They eventually wear out their welcome everywhere they go, those guys with those attitudes. I think
Yep.
so anyway. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll revisit that throughout the show probably a little bit and talk about it as we talk about other players on the Steelers and across the league. So we'll probably get back to that. JD asks, what is our cap looking like? I lost track. Right now, you're looking at in the top 51 to have about 13.6 million, I believe. Let me see, JD. Yeah, 13.6 million. So, yeah, big contracts still out there that you have remaining on the books that you could restructure, but they still have $13.6 million available. So, they're not in bad shape. So look for a move or two still. The Steelers like to keep a little bit of money, though, too.
Yeah.
MC Prod. Also, Cordell Patterson is going to make a great impact with these new return rules. I think so too. Sean and I thought that the other day when they picked him up when we were talking. I think honestly he's going to play some big dividends, and that brings me to this, Sean. Before guys, we'll keep going through the comments. Just let them stack up. We'll get down through them, Sean, and I will. But Sean, I wanted to ask you about Najee Harris and his contract and what that's going to mean pre-May 2. They got to figure out what they're going to do with him, whether they're going to let him walk after this season or if they're going to pay him the 50-year option. Najee Harris's production, 1,035 yards last year with 8 touchdowns, a guy averaging about 60 yards a game for his career. Yes, Najee has his moments, but are you willing to pick up that $7 million cap hit, knowing what the Steelers have right now at 13.6 million right now? Or would you try to work out a deal right now, long term, instead of going into that 5th year?
Man, I would definitely try to work out a long-term deal with Najee. Have him play, take a smaller pay, but just extend it out, longer pay, like you say, long in length, more length in time. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you gotta go for. We can't afford to pay that right before we go into this draft. Like you said, we don't have that much, and I think Najee, he won't be. He's not going to be against restructuring. I don't think he looks like a true hard grit Steeler, and he likes where he's at. You always hear positive things about him in the locker room, and
Yeah.
I think I personally expect to see him, sign and yeah, for less money for longer, more years.
Yeah, because if they pick up the 5th-year option, that'll be for 2025. They'll owe him $6.9 million or something like that, 6.8. And then if they work out a deal this year, maybe they get him for $5 or $6 million a year for longer term. Maybe. I don't know. Like you said, maybe he does seem like that Steeler, that Steeler way, that Steeler type player, and he'd be willing to stay for that kind of money. I just don't know. I don't know what you do with him, really, honestly. It's a tough one. Corey asks, who do you think will win the Super Bowl? I don't know. I don't know, Corey. I don't know. I'm going to say Patrick Mahomes, Sean, because damn, he's been winning them all.
Why does that? That was the first thing that came to my mind too, and then like my next reaction is no, because I'm done seeing them win the damn Super Bowl. It's time for somebody to step up and take them down. If you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. Who's next? Who's next?
Steeler up, baby. Steeler up. MC Prod, JD, I'd imagine we got a lot of room left considering we were paying the highest paid position. QB nothing. 13, yeah. So we still got a good bit. Steeler Wade Show, the Steelers, Corey. The Steelers. B&E's, thanks for the answer. Anytime. Corey, who do you think? Well, okay, we got that one. Big stretch. Don't worry, Sean. You can come visit that picture in my man cave. I always have enjoying good company. Hey, hell yeah, guys. Maybe we'll all meet up somewhere and hand deliver the picture. That'd be cool. Skills.
Yeah.
Buffalo paid Houston to take Diggs. Absolutely, Skills. They did. They paid him for sure to take him. It's crazy.
That
I'd
might
like to
bite them in
see.
the ass
Go
later.
ahead. Go ahead, Sean.
I'm just saying that might bite them in the ass later. We'll see.
Yeah. Who's Josh Allen really have? Where'd Gabe Davis go, guys? I can't even remember. Let me know. I'd like to see Diggs poop the bed. What's up, Foot's in the house? What's up, Foot's big? Steeler Wade Show. Press that like. Absolutely. George looks bleak for Najee. If they draft a running back, I would say so too, because honestly, I think they could get the same production out of the room. 60 yards is an amazing statistic a game. That's not a huge average. The thing with Najee, Sean, that I like is his ability to start grinding later in the season. And I think that is a good quality for somebody in the AFC North in general and in the AFC, as a whole, because you want a grinder. You want a guy that can take over a game late, especially if you come out and you punch a team like Kansas City in the mouth and you take the lead early, and a guy that you can just lean on to grind somebody out. I really like that portion of Najee's game.
Yeah, I love his physical ability, man. He really goes out there and bangs up on the defenders and it wears them out. And come fourth quarter, they're going to be sucking wind and they're going to be banged up. Like I say, it really opens it up. So opens up the pass game and gives Jalen Warren an opportunity to run up the field for a big score.
Amen. 867530986. Hey, good song. But to answer your question, 8675309. Mike Drop, are you in Morgantown? I thought I heard you mention that in the past. Yes, I am in Morgantown. I'm right on the border of your county, my friend, actually. I live right by the lake. So, yeah, that's where I be, my friend. What part of Fayette County are you from? 8675309. And I guess what, guys? I was making up a song. It was called 4675439. I'm just playing. Good times. You remember that movie, Bad Teacher? And the gym teacher goes, yeah, I was also coming up with a song. I was writing a song. It was called 4675309.
I like the principal. He's just in the office, just getting high, just going, me.
Yeah. Oh, like when she rubbed that freaking poison on that apple and that one chick had all that. Yeah. Then that kid coming out with the bra. Yeah, and he was wearing this. Ah!
If you guys haven't seen Bad Teacher, you got to watch that movie.
That was a good one, no doubt. Oh, crazy. MC Prod's thought on releasing Patrick Peterson. Feel like we should have kept on his second year of that contract, but I don't know. I think it was a move, MC Prod's, just to free up some cap space. And I really do think there's significant interest from both sides. And I would not be shocked if you saw Patrick Peterson back at a significantly less salary. I think, though, that they wait until after the draft, though, to do something like that. What do you think, Sean? They would just probably wait it out and see what they got. And if there's room for Pat Pete, they'll bring him back maybe on the cheap.
I agree. I think they're going to wait till after the draft also. There's no, need to rush into anything like that. Go see what they can grab in the draft.
Yeah, that's what I think too. And I thought Pat Pete played his heart out. He's just a little bit old, man. And hey, there's only one undefeated person, and that is Father Time. He's undefeated. He gets everybody, man. And it is what it is. Steeler Wade Show. DMS is Najee at his peak valuability as far as trade for a pick. I don't know if I wouldn't say that he's at his peak. I don't know. He's still on that rookie deal, getting that 5th-year options only because he's a first-year pick or a first-round pick. My theory is I don't know what you would get for him. It's a very bleak and hard running back market. That's the thing, Sean. Running backs just don't get paid that much. Saquon Barkley, Najee is not. And I know some people say that he had more yards and stuff. Yeah, because Saquon was out with an injury. We get that. But in terms of a factor type back, a guy that can change games, I would say I would go with Saquon above Najee. But what would you think?
I mean, I like Saquon Barkley and I love Naji Harris. And what I like about Naji Harris the most is his durability. The guy continues to show up week after week and produce. He doesn't have the biggest numbers to wow you, but he has what we see on the film, like, is Naji banging up these inside linebackers and helping control the edge. And that's what that's what you want out there if you're asking me. So I guess if I were to choose between the two, I'm going to take Naji.
You like that more gritty football. That's where you're looking. You're wanting that one in the trenches monster shit. I like that too. And I don't think you go wrong when you do that, because I feel like you can control the time of possession. I feel like you can control the line of scrimmage. And I think you can dictate the play game. You can dictate the pace also by using play action, by doing all those things to just change things up. And when you control the line of scrimmage, you have the upper hand, man. It's a chess match. Uh,
Absolutely.
no doubt.
I do
Eight
like.
six seven five 309. I believe Hollywood Brown will have 1,000 plus receiving yards and find major success in Kansas City. I think you're probably right. I think that they will have a big year. God, I hate Patrick Mahomes at times.
Well, I used to say the same thing about Tom Brady for many years, and now here we are dealing with Pat Mahomes.
Man, do you imagine if Tom Brady and the the cheating Patriots weren't in the AFC at the time when Big Ben was there? How many Super Bowls the Steelers would have appeared in? Oh my
Bro,
lord! Oh my
it was,
lord!
yeah,
You'd have
I
been
would have
saying
guessed.
Terry Bradshaw who? That's what you'd have been saying.
I
I,
know.
I'm just saying.
I think
Just
they would have
saying.
been at least five Super Bowls if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
Boy, I would. That would be awesome.
That'd be
G
Ben.
Stacks, what's up? Yeah, it'd be Ben like this. What up, bro? Yeah, G Stacks. Oh, you didn't miss much, man. We started at 7:30. It's a Wednesday one, so we started 7:30. Sean got family stuff to do. I got family stuff to do, so we started a little late on Wednesday nights. George Jags. Oh, okay. That's where Gabe Davis went. Buffalo has to go wide receiver in round one. Well, at least they don't have to go quarterback, but they lost their center. Who replaces their center? You
Ooh,
should look that up, Sean. I gotta
ooh.
find it. Let me try. I'll try. Hold on. If you can find it first. Who's the Buffalo Bills center now that they lost their center? That's the thing. Do they gotta pick a center too? Now do they become a center needy team? That's the question. I'll look at the chat here real quick while you're going. Najee and Warren was a great 1-2 punch last season. It'd be stupid to lose something like that. Yeah, they were great. They definitely were great. I can't argue that. All right, guys, make sure you're hitting that like button for us as we move through the show. This is Steel City Live. I'm Jason. That's Sean. This is one of the only shows that's going to probably answer 90% of the comments. So just make sure you hit that like button for us because it is very hard sometimes to keep up. And we do our best to make sure that you are involved as the viewer, getting your voice heard. That's the most important thing here. And make sure you hit that like button for us as we give you our best effort every night. Yep. Yeah, big stretch said the Jags too. JD with this there's wide receiver deep draft. Teams are getting rid of big salary players and divas. I think so too. Did you find anything out about that center, Sean?
No, the only thing I'm seeing is Mitch Morse right
Yeah,
now.
well, he went, yeah, because he went to the Jags and signed Jags or Carolina, one of the two. Yeah, so I'm just wondering if now they become a center needy team, but they pick behind the Steelers anyway because they beat the Steelers in the wild card round. So they pick behind us. That's one good thing. What do you think about JD's comments there? Big time wide receivers all throughout this draft that I think can be special, top to bottom. And do you think even look at the Steelers dumping Deontay Johnson's monster contract and getting rid of it? Their teams are thinking that way. Like, dude, we'll get another you in a minute, just like the
Yeah.
Beyonce song.
Well, I think that's just it. You know, there's so many wide receivers in the draft that you are replaceable. You know, there's a ton of receivers out there, and you know it's harder to find a better center. So if you're the Bills, are you really going to pick a receiver over a center? Like, even though the Steelers get to go ahead of you, I mean, maybe that's where Van Pran ends up. You know, who knows? But I'm just saying.
Zach Frazier maybe goes there. That might
But
be
the,
where he goes if the Steelers get Jackson Powers Johnson. Maybe it's not wise for the Steelers to overlook center, like some are saying.
yeah, because they're going to be. I still think the Steelers should go center first, but I would not complain if they went tackle.
No, me either. It's just though you look at all the teams, that's the biggest thing, Sean. And when we do our live show on draft night, I think in preparation for that, that's just really what we need to look at is every team's needs that are before the Steelers and after the Steelers. Just why? That way, when those runs start to happen, you can start to kind of get where these teams are going to go. And they have them listed here. Team needs. That's just pay attention to those. That's going to kind of tell the tale of how the night's going to go. Najee stays healthy. I agree with you guys. No doubt. 8675309. Oh, I love to say that.
Love it.
Fabio. Justin Fields, perfect running back for the Steelers. Don't hate because he might actually do it, Fabio. He might be out there getting some plays. Do you think the Steelers are going to use Jay Fields? Jay Fields 2. That's what we'll have to call him now. Jay Fields 2. Give him a little nickname. Figure out a good nickname for him. That one kind of sucks. But anyway, do you think they're going to utilize him in some packages or what, man? I don't think they're going to let him sit there all season doing nothing.
If he balls out in the preseason, I think he's going to see some snaps in the regular season. But he's got to really do something in the preseason.
Well, a lot of people, I don't think he'll ever overtake Russell because Russell, I think, will give Justin that year to learn. But I think, like you're saying, if he does some stuff that's special, you're going to see him sometimes. You're going to. It'd be tough not to.
Would it be a mistake on Tomlin if they didn't utilize him?
I think so. I would say so. It'd be a mistake on Arthur Smith too. Definitely.
I'd like to see some changing up out there when Fields comes on goes out there.
Yeah, dude. Put him out in the slot. Let him come in. Maybe give him a pitch and let him bomb the ball to one Calvin Austin III.
See?
Ooh, shit.
Him just stepping foot on the field.
Yes. There's stuff out there.
It's going to throw the defense way off. They will, oh, shoot, what are we going to do? If Fields is out here, they're going to give him the ball. He's going to do something tricky. Oh, see, we can utilize him to keep the defense on their heels.
Yes, if I was Arthur Smith, I would be licking my chops right now, knowing what there is on this offense. George Pickens is a beast. Najee and Jalen are a 1-2 punch that got to be handled, or that people are going to have a tough time handling again this year. Calvin Austin III's no slouch, guys. The tight end room, yes, it got beat up with Pat Freiermuth, but I think Connor Hayward could be a mismatch problem. I think Darnell Washington could be a mismatch problem. I think Pat Freiermuth could be a problem if utilized correctly and stays healthy. Yeah, I think a lot of that could happen. Devin Bush getting beat up in Cleveland, yeah, that'd be nice. All right, guys. Ooh, I'm almost caught up here with the comments, so here we roll. MC Prods, Fields, Najee, run pass option is nearly as good as Lamar and Derrick Henry run pass option, in my opinion. Yeah, I think better because I feel like Russell Wilson is a better passer, in my opinion. I just think, in my eyes, I think that Lamar's more of a runner to me. I think he has a big arm, but I think in terms of a processor of the football field and looking at the defense and being able to break it down, I think Russell Wilson is far superior in that way. Just my thoughts, Sean.
I agree. I really do. I've never been a big fan of Lamar, standing in the pocket. I mean, he's made some great throws. I don't want to take away from him, but it's not as consistent as Russell Wilson, I think is what we're trying to say.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not a Lamar Jackson fan because I just don't think that he's a championship caliber quarterback. Don't get me wrong, he's a phenomenal athlete. He has a monster arm. He's very good. Very good. I'm not saying that. I just don't think that he is a quarterback that wins championships. That's all I'm saying. In a game that all that matters at the end of the day, when the dust settles and the smoke clears, is how many Lombardi trophies you have. That's all that matters, dude.
Yeah. The proof is in the pudding.
Yes. I mean, I know everybody wants to talk analytics, Sean. Everybody wants to talk about this player and how good they are. How many rings do they have? That's the only question I ever want to ask. That's how I determine who the best of the best are. That's why Tom Brady is the GOAT until somebody at quarterback gets more than 7 championships. Just saying.
Boy, and do the rest of the NFL fan bases and teams hate hearing that from Steeler fans? How many trophies do you have? They feel like that's all we have. Well, you know what? It's all we need because
yeah, that's it. I had somebody talking some crap in the comments, and I said that, and he's like, "That's all you Steeler fans ever say is talk about Lombardis that were won in the '70s." Buddy, that's all we need to say. It's it. Yeah. Championship. Yeah. We've won modern era Super Bowls. There's 6 of them bad boys sitting down on South Water Street. Not 4. There's 6. 6 of them bad boys. I'm just saying. Just saying.
don't forget about those other two. And I know it's been a while, and we're gonna get that. That stairway to 7 is right there. It's being built. We're climbing.
Mm, I know it, man. Hey, that Green Bay game, I could have tasted that Lombardi, but hey, we fell a little bit short. The Dallas game, I think, was a screw job because I think Neil O'Donnell was a big freaking turd who threw the ball to the Dallas defender like he was his own wide receiver. I don't even got to get on that. Yeah, my uncle,
Not-
my aunt's husband, my uncle, uh, he's a Dallas fan, and I got to remember those days when he was bragging about that game when they won. Rags, if you're out there listening, my friend, Dallas sucks.
and
Reggie
you know what?
Wills, what's
As
that? Go
far as
ahead.
Green Bay, as far as Green Bay goes, that Super Bowl, man, if we just would have had Pouncey in that game. Oh,
I know. I think it would have been a different ball game too. Pouncey did mean that much, guys. Center does mean that much.
yep.
Reggie Wills. Where has Omar been all our lives in Pittsburgh? God, how true, my friend. Where has he been? Where has he been? Oh, I know where he's been. Sitting at a desk, crunching numbers, not being allowed to make any decisions. Thankfully, they changed that.
And now he's under construction.
Under
Construction.
construction. We got to make a good thumbnail for our show that just says that with caution tape that says construction.
With our
Yeah, I like that.
roster. Have
Yeah,
the Pittsburgh Steelers roster with the caution tape around that says construction.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Steeler Wade, I absolutely love Najee. Everything about him, but I could see another team really falling in love with him and his money owed now. Hey, he could be gone, man. It could be just a matter of a swipe of the pen for Omar. I mean, he don't mind. He don't mind. Nobody's safe on this roster with Omar, in my opinion, either. I don't think so. I mean, guys like TJ and shit like that, okay. But I'm saying, like, if you're just a regular player, an average player in terms of like the team, you ain't safe, bro.
That's right.
All right, Corey, who's the best player on the Steelers right now? My eyes, TJ Watt. Who do you think the best Steeler is right now, Sean?
TJ Watt, 100%, definitely. The guy he's a game changer, a monster. That guy single handedly can change the outcome of a whole game, and he plays defense. And that
No
just
doubt. Great dude. No doubt. See, Steelers, what's up? Yeah, we knew we were talking about that earlier, buddy. That's crazy. Diggs is gone. But like JD said, wide receiver deep draft gives you the luxury to get rid of divas and not give two shits about it. Honestly, it really
yeah.
does. Guys, there's so many skill players that are, I mean, I'm just saying. It's becoming one of those things that, yeah, the price is high, but damn, you can turn them over in 2 years, man. Get another one, shit. Goodbye.
Yeah.
See ya. Steeler Way, good night, everyone. Great night, Jason. Get the trifecta, super not bad sounding pooping shot. Oh, yes, sir. We will definitely try, man. All grins, dude. We'll see you, Steeler Way. We'll try to get all three of us on there, man. That'd be really fun conversation. Weaver, draft a cornerback. Then we'll have bookend corners. I said that too, Weaver. And Sean, what's your opinion? Cornerback, in my eyes, has to be a priority in the top three picks for the Pittsburgh Steelers. My theory is with the addition of Patrick Queen, with the way the defensive front can play, with the edge rushers we have, with the way Minka Fitzpatrick can play, I think adding a stud corner to play opposite of JPJ makes this Pittsburgh Steelers defense absolutely lethal and elite. And I haven't talked to you since I think I made that comment, but what do you think about that?
Yeah, they definitely need to get one more. I am wondering what's going on with Corey Trice still. I had high expectations for him, and I still have hope that he's going to come back and be out there on the opposite side of JPJ. I would love to see those two out there together. That was one of the. I was super. I don't know about you, but I was really excited for that last year. And I was so bummed when he went down with a big injury. So
yeah,
but even if he's fine and he's ready to go, they should absolutely go for another one. Yes.
Yeah, never have too many. I just thought Trace was a likable guy and he was starting to show some things. And I think it built the hype train, man. And I was on board with it too. I really like Corey, dude. I really, really did. And I hope the best for him. I hope he does come and do something. Do we think that Pickens will be a top 5 wide receiver last year or next year? That's from Ron Sampson. I absolutely do. And the reason I think that is because I think he is going to be the number one premier target in the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. And I think the play action game is going to work. And Russell Wilson has a big arm. So does Justin Fields. So I think George Pickens is going to be able to shine next season. What do you think, Sean? Top 5 or top 10?
Top 5. I think
There you
that
go.
Pickens is going to be one of the best receivers in the NFL next year. He's finally got a quarterback that's capable of, running a play action well and getting him for some big wide open targets. The guy's shown that he can get open, going to, and if we can get another good receiver to come in there and help, so he's not double teamed, that'll also play a big crucial part of this. Who are we going to bring in the draft that's going to help? Because right now, who we have, it's going to be a little bit harder for Pickens to get open with all the double teaming they're going to do on him.
Yeah, but that might be a mistake too with the tight ends or bringing maybe a Patterson into the slot. You just don't know. You don't know until you see it work. That's the biggest thing. We'll have to see. Those are all good thoughts, though. It's just, guys, this is like the lottery season. We just are, thinking outside the box, trying to think of how this all works and trying to figure it out, man. That's all we can really do. George says, I wouldn't mind seeing Cooper DeJean taken first. I wouldn't either. If Cooper DeJean is there from Iowa, I run to the podium to take him. I don't care what position you need. That kid is a monster, dude. I'm telling you. Monster.
Definitely. Definitely.
Dude, I would shit my pants they get Cooper DeJean. I love that kid. He plays like I want a Steeler to play. When I think of Pittsburgh Steelers, I think of a guy like a Cooper DeJean everywhere, playing balls to the wall, lights out, doesn't care, reckless abandon, going for it every play, 190%. That's what I'm thinking every time, man. Every time. All right, guys. Make sure that you hit that like button. Let me check my watch real quick. Okay. All right. My wife is getting my son because I was going to have to end the show early, but she is getting my son. So we are still rolling. Sean, are you good to go?
I'm good to go, bro.
All right, guys, make sure you hit that like button and like the show for us here on Steel City Live. I'm Jason. That's Sean. Make sure you get your Mic Drop Mafia membership to get entered into the giveaways, all that fun stuff. We do this live show and give our 100%. So all we want from you in return is to hit that like button for us. That's the only thing we ask for. I think that's the best way to support your creators, guys. Absolutely. MC Prod, I think we should trade Minka and draft a safety. He had a bit of a drop off last season, but is still seen as a top safety. I don't think he got injured a lot. So I don't know. Yes, the salary's a big one, man. Minka's due $14.5 million next year and a bonus of $3.5 million. So, what do you think? Do you think Minka's time has passed in Pittsburgh? Sean, would you be willing to get rid of him?
I would, yeah. I'd be willing to part with Minka. I think he's a great safety, but he's been injured lately a lot, and not only that, I haven't been seeing him pick the ball off as much as he used to. It feels like he's gotten a little comfortable back there. That's just my own opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a horrible safety. He's great, one of the best in the NFL. But I would like to see him out there making some big, some splash plays.
Oh yeah, and that might have just been the way he was used last year. We don't know. We don't know what the scheme was, how they were trying to set it up at times. His injuries. That was what I was worried about, Sean. Like how, why was he getting injured so much? Like what's the problem? That's what I was really worrying about.
It always makes me question, their work ethics, and are they really, prepared, and are they fully in shape? Are they stretching enough? Are they, because if you're on, if you're healthy, you're not going to go out there and get injured, So maybe, like I say, he's getting a little comfortable. I guess we watched Troy Polamalu for how many years, and now it's just I want a safety that's a game changer. That's what I want.
I think Minka can be that, but you're right. maybe I don't know. I don't know what his problem was last year, but maybe trading him wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know. G says Dallas Super Bowl, we gave up under 250 yards of total offense, and the Cowboys still lost. Or we still lost to the Cowboys. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Neil O'Donnell had to have his pocket grease so much to do that. I mean, I could have made a better throw than that, dude. And I ain't no quarterback, bro. I'm just saying. What's up, Justin? Yes, it is draft month, man. Who would the best person to draft for the Steelers? Cooper Jean. No. JC Latham, Mims, Jackson Powers Johnson, or Zach Frazier. Those are my top four. Who's your top four, Sean?
Oh man, Jackson Powers Johnson, of course. Mims, was it Leggett,
Yeah.
the receiver?
Yeah, there's Leggett out there. There's a bunch. There's so many guys.
And I like Frazier a lot. He's awesome.
And Cooper DeJean.
I don't want to get my hopes too far up.
Yeah, no doubt. See Steelers, game over on. If Marvin Harrison fell to the Steelers pick, do you think the Steelers would get him? What's the reason he falls is my question. What's the reason everybody's scared to take him, But I mean, if he's there, I mean, yeah, pull that trigger, bro. What do you think, Sean?
Yeah, absolutely. Pull the trigger. Be aggressive, like I was saying. Add as much depth as you can with the best playmakers you can get.
No doubt, love it. Corey, all question asked by me before. We are actually from Levi, my 12-year-old son. Well, Levi, we love to answer your questions, absolutely, no matter what.
Great questions. Good job, buddy.
Amen. I love it. Hey, I like when kids are out here thinking about this stuff, talking about this stuff. I really, really do, man. I feel like more kids are just all about these video games and stuff like that. Get into this sports stuff. Get into the football stuff. It's fun, man. Get you out. You're not sitting in front of them games. That's why I really applaud you, man, for being 12, asking good questions. So
Absolutely.
definitely so. No doubt. Miss Pittsburgh, Super Bowl 43. What's the best of all time? I think Super Bowl 43 was a darn good one, man. I really, really do. Sean, Super Bowl 43. Santonio Holmes. That was a good one.
Rolling Stones at the halftime show. It was awesome. I love
Yeah.
that Super Bowl. It was probably one of my favorites of all time.
Then you remember, though, Santonio Holmes being the hero for the Pittsburgh Steelers on that final drive, catching that awesome thread the needle pass from Ben Roethlisberger in the final seconds of the game. And then you have Santonio Holmes coming back, what, couple years later, and playing for the Jets, catching that bomb from Mark Sanchez in the AFC Championship game at Heinz Field on a play that was crazy, man. I remember standing in Rotunda seeing Santonio Holmes, a former Steelers Super Bowl MVP, catch a touchdown pass in an AFC Championship game against the Steelers. That
Yeah.
sucked. That sucked.
Yeah. The guy's clutch like that. He showed that he can make the biggest catch in the biggest game in the biggest moment. So what do you expect? He's gonna come back and stagnate
Do it again.
a little bit.
Amen. Amen. George says Minka played up in the box last year a lot of the time. He did, man. And that's why I was saying, George, we just don't know exactly the scheme, exactly how they were using him, what the Steelers' mind state was, what was going on with Minka personally. I would like to see another year, but if they would trade him off and get a big, large return for him, I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it. I wouldn't be at all. And I don't think Sean would be either with what he said. So, hey, kind of just got to roll with it and see how it goes. I'd like to see another year, but no one's safe with the con artist, baby. All right, guys, hit that like button for us. We'll see you, MC Prods. Peace out. Hell yeah, Miss Pittsburgh. Yes, sir. Yeah, I agree, man. That was a good Super Bowl, Miss Pittsburgh. Thank you for bringing it up. Jason, do you have a terrible towel? Many, 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 many. I have the original. I have two original, like first print, first type issue type ones that are old. They're cool, man. The Myron Cope official terrible towel, man. You guys know that they used to just swirl yellow towels around. They weren't even like print on them or nothing. They were just like yellow towels. That's what they
Yep.
used to swirl back in the day.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're rolling through the show. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Make sure you're putting it in the chat as we move through the what day is this? Wednesday show here on Steel City Live. As the Pittsburgh Steelers continue to look for depth, continue to figure out what they're gonna do in the draft. Consider maybe trade packages and things of that nature. So much going on with the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. So much. And it seems crazy that the Pittsburgh Steelers seem to still be trying to add, still trying to make moves. You know, Sean, it's just kind of crazy how active Omar is. It's just it's unsteeler like to me.
Yeah, it's kind of a foreign feeling, but it's a fun feeling. I've been having a good time watching all these new players come in, and even seeing the excitement on the players' faces is says a lot to me. So I feel like this
Yeah.
next year is going to be like one of those magical years where things really are just taking a turn, and it's taking a turn in the right direction.
Yeah, we're due for one of those years in the city of Pittsburgh. Haven't had a playoff win since 2016. You see Omar Khan very active in the offseason, really making some unsteeler like decisions that's not typical, bringing in players that maybe the Steelers wouldn't have blinked at before. Maybe this is that turning point. Maybe this is that all in type year, you know? That's kind
Yeah,
of cool. That's
yeah.
kind of cool.
It's like,
Thomas Warrington, did we sign the 49ers wide receiver? No, no, I don't believe so. Unless it's happened while we've been on the show.
no,
I don't think so. I get updates on my computer, but I don't think so.
I don't see
Nope.
it.
Nope. No signings as of late here. We do check that, guys, for you as we move through the show, but sometimes you guys break the news before we get it. But man, we were on a roll there. What a couple weeks ago, Sean? It was like every time we were on the show, boom, something happened, man. It was kind of crazy, man. Kind of
That was
crazy.
fun. Yeah.
No doubt about it. Hey, I haven't got to talk to you since Merrill was on. And I wanted to talk to you about this combine stuff, about this draft process stuff. What are you looking for when you're building a team, Sean? What are you looking at? Are you more of an analytics guy, or are you more of a real guy, something that you can see and touch and intangible things like that?
I agree with what you guys are saying 110%. And I never say 110%, but I just couldn't agree more. Like just because somebody runs a 4-2 or a 4-3 or whatever, that doesn't mean that they can hold on to the football and not fumble it. That doesn't mean that they have what it takes to be a solid all-around football player. Because I myself have seen it, some of the guys I grew up with in sports myself. There was guys that were super fast. They ran track and they could outrun most of us football players that I grew up playing with. But man, when it came to being out there on the field and making a tackle or even just making a catch, and then if you get tackled, to hold on to the ball, just there's so many other things. Stopping and then accelerating again and just having that quickness. To be able to read a defense, to be able to read an offense, to be able to make reads in general. They don't have that. They just
Right.
have one thing to offer. They're fast, and sometimes that makes a big splash in the combine. And I'm the same way. Like, so what? Okay, he's fast, but can he
Yeah.
play?
Yeah. Dude, that's my biggest thing, man. That's the biggest X factor, man. Absolutely. I think you and I are on a kind of the same page on how you build a football team through heart, toughness, grit, want to work ethic. I think that's what you're looking at. Guys that really can play football. I don't give a shit what you do in the analytics department. I mean, I do, but it isn't my end all be all. That's just my biggest thing, man. And I agree with you totally. Merrill seemed to think that too. Not so many words, but it was just like, I think that's where this team needs to get back to. Really looking for that kind of player, somebody that plays really well on Saturday. Let's see if that translates to a Sunday game. Do they have quickness? Do they have leverage? That's what we need to see, man. And hopefully the Steelers continue to look forward and continue to do that. All right, Sean, I'm going to check and make sure I didn't make any stupid notes here that I wanted to bring anything up. Is there anything else you want to bring up on the show?
Yeah, on that note, the combine, like, why don't they incorporate something like if it's quarterback day, let's just say, you got to take all these quarterbacks and put them out there on a football field. It doesn't have to be full contact. Maybe they don't have to get hit, but have a defense line up on the other side of them and then ask that quarterback to call an audible. Depending on what audible he calls, will tell you how well he can read a defense. And that would tell you a
Amen.
lot about where their brain is at with the game. That's a
I
whole
agree.
different to the game.
That would be an excellent addition, dude. I couldn't agree with you more. I think that they need to have that. That's what you do need to see. You want to see how are you processing this, bro? You can go in and lie your way through an interview if you had to, I guess. If somebody's just asking you questions on a test, you could bullshit your way through that. But you can't bullshit your way through heat and pressure and defenses changing and moving in front of you. You can't bullshit your way through that. Sorry. You either can do it or you can't. Yes,
Yeah.
JD, I agree. Yes, you can play football, not how high you jump or how fast you are. You can't measure heart. Amen. And that's exactly what we're looking for. And if that's exactly what you want to have here in your football players, is heart, toughness, grit, all that kind of stuff. All right, Sean, let's start wrapping it up. We've been going for over an hour. We've been keeping it about an hour. Like I said, guys, we're going to try to do a three-way show this weekend. I'm going to work on maybe it'll be in a different format, though, maybe. Sean and I are going to work on that to maybe stream from something different. I'm going to buy an app, so we'll try to do that. We'll see about maybe doing that this weekend sometime here. Saturday, we're going to have a show, so we'll do it up. We're going to let Steeler Wade come on and get a little exposure to you guys and let him talk some football. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it, Ron. Sean, as always, I appreciate you stopping on. Thank you so very much. And like I said, maybe we'll see you again Friday, maybe whatever. We'll let it go, let it fly here as we do Steel City Live. But thank you, buddy, for coming. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on, and I'm looking forward to it, man. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, no doubt. This is how we do it, boys and girls. No doubt about it. We just kick ass here on Steel City Live. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for us, guys. We're almost to 3,000, dude. Almost to 3,000. Come on, let's go and hit that. Let's crack that number. Let's get there. Let's finish it up strong and get to the 5,000 mark. That's where we want to go. So let's get it finished up. We're almost to 3,000 now. So all right, guys. Until next time, I'm Jason. That's Sean. This is Steel City Live, only on Mike Drop Sports. Until tomorrow, peace. Later,
Aloha,
Sean.
guys. Later, bro.